Illuvium is dropping on Epic Game Store in just a few hours. If it's not, it is already dropped on there and you can go and play already. As for me, I've had access for a fair few days, and today I'm going to tell you some tips and tricks to get you into the game faster and knowing a lot more about how to build your team and what I would have done before I jumped in if I had the chance. I'm not going to tell you I'm the best at PvP ever. Unless I get into a tournament and I am crowned the king, I will never tell you I'm the best at PvP at all. I'm going to leave that to the professionals. Today I'm going to show you some epic videos that other people have put out on how to build your team, how to use the team builder, some affinities, and a few other things within the game to get you hitting the ground fast and learning about PvP even faster and making this game as fun as possible. I'm also going to show you some in-game and some stats about the last 3 days that Kieran put on his Twitter, so you better stick around because there's a lot of information that I'm going to be showing you today. If you haven't already, there is a link in the description. The first one you see there, the illuvium.io/OscarMatt or whatever it is, make sure you click on that. It'll head you over to this page right here. Come up to account, easy as that. Create an account, put an email and password, and away you go. If you have a wallet, you can connect your wallet as well, but that is unnecessary for this Epic Games launch. Once you have made your account, you'll be sent back to the main screen here. Again, click on those 9 dots up the top here. Illuvium is just this main page here. Staking is if you are into crypto and you want to stake your coins for more rewards. You can look into that. If you need any more info on that, let me know in the comments. The next one here, play. This is where we're going to be clicking onto today. The Illuvidex, that's more for Illuvium Beyond. Again, if you need more information, let me know below. And the Illuvium store, if you want to buy some merch, go in there and use OMG5 for an extra 5% off. But we go into this Illuvium play. When we come in, we have Illuvium Arena, which is what we are doing right now. Illuvium Zero, you can only play if you own land. And Illuvium Overworld, you need a code to access that. If you do want to play Illuvium Overworld, let Daddy know and I'll see what I can do for you. But today, we're going to click on Arena. It used to have a download for Windows because that's how we used to play. But now, because we're on Epic Games Launcher, we can go into that and download it. But today we're going to go into this team builder. So when you get into this team builder, it will only have these 3 grey ones there, and they are stock teams that are made for you. So if you go straight into the game, there's a few teams already made for you if you did not know about this team builder, and you can get in and start playing straight away. I don't know how good they are. They're probably not the best teams in the world. They're just something that a team have made, so there's some there. But if you're watching this right now, what you need to do is click on this create a team, name your team, and then you can start making your team. But the thing is, it is going to be very overwhelming. If you have no idea about Illuvium, you're going to look at these and go, what the hell am I looking at? It's obviously pretty normal. This looks like water, this looks like fire, then there's some earth and nature and stuff like that. That's simple. But there is 843 cards you can choose from, which that is totally absurd to try and jump into this game without knowing anything and build a team. 252 of those are alluvials, 450 are weapons. Then 87 are these augments, which are some of the most important things in game, and I still have no idea what half of these do because I haven't spent the time to read them all, like gain 3 crit amp or gain 6 energy attack damage. If you don't know anything about Illuvium, you'll have even no idea what that even means. So I'm going to show you the best place to go to learn about all of this before you even try and build a team, which is exactly what I'd tell you to do if you still have a few hours or days before Illuvium PvP comes out. I would suggest you head over to YouTube and watch these videos. The first ones are going to be from Viper. Viper has been playing the survival arena at a very, very high level the whole time. Like getting to over wave 30 consistently, really knows his way around the board, and has played other card games and that professionally before. So he does have a very good wealth of knowledge on how card games work and strategy works. And I know it only has 5 videos, 6 videos, and 118 subscribers, but that means nothing. The quality of the content coming out from Viper is second to none, and this is exactly where I would start because his last 5 videos, I'd just not worry about this overworld because that's from 11 months ago and probably outdated by now. These 5 other ones are really on trend right now and exactly what you need to know about PvP. I would start with the oldest one and just watch all the way through. You're going to learn some PvP mechanics, which is literally the building blocks that you need to know from PvP. This is a guide to an optimal team building, how you would really structure your team And then we go into a bit more analysis around the cards and alluvials and what you're looking at in each of them. This next one right here is looking into your basic classes and affinities and giving you a rundown of what all of them do. And then the next one is building on that again and looking at the composite classes. So this is when you use two classes. As they level up, they'll get two classes together. That will change their class depending on what two it gains as it moves forward. This is where I reckon that anyone jumping into Illuvium PvP for the first time that has no idea about Illuvium, this is your place to start. 100% of the time, I think you will learn so much from these 5 videos than you'll learn from just playing and going, what the hell is going on? Next up, we have Illuvination, who has also been playing Illuvium Survival at a very, very high level. So as you can see, he does have all of the affinities, a quick guide, which are all about 2 minutes. If you didn't learn enough from Vipers, you can come in and watch those. But then he has this team builder guide and then ultimate team builder guide. One is 10 minutes, which will be a bit of a quicker overview. And then this one, which is 36 minutes, he goes into a lot of depth on how to build a team and how to use the team builder to its best abilities. As you keep going, he is also going into, this is an empath team. Here is a team that beats the empaths, because the empaths so far have been fairly meta and it's very, very hard to out damage that healing team. But he has a team that will build it and shows you how to use that empath team. And I'm sure as we go on, Viper will be releasing more, Illumination will be releasing more teams as well. Yes, it's going to be hard to just copy people's teams because you need to know how to use those alluvials, but having a team that kind of works and then kind of working it out and then altering that team to really suit yourself, that's usually how I play. I find someone else's deck but then modify it for how I like to play, because I'm not really the best, hands down, not really the best at building a team from scratch. I like finding another team and working that into how I like to play. We'll move on to Scoriox. He has 5k subs, has been around Illuvium for years, 2 years, has 464 videos. Over 400 of those are on Illuvium. So he has a couple on PvP, this easy beginner guide, how to use the team builder, and one on the synergies and which ones are going to be the best within the game. Obviously, you've learned about the synergies from Viper, but this is really delving deep into which synergies Scoriox thinks are going to be the best within the game, because some of them aren't going to be as good as others because we only have so minimal amount of alluvials, and some alluvials are better than others. So just really maxing out what you can get in the synergies. He also is running the first Illuvium PvP tournament, which is going to be next weekend. Watch out for that. I think there's 180 or so people in that tournament, which is absolutely huge. But he talks about everything from staking to gameplay to tournaments, building the perfect computer. Really all-round Illuvium fan right here. And then we've got 2 more. We've got Modern Llama, who done this beginner's guide to PvP. He has 111 videos, very, very good quality videos. And then this other beginner guide on Illuvium Overworld Beta. Both of these have kicked off and done very well. And if you need to know anything about either of them at a very, very base level and just really starting out, if you know nothing about Illuvium, this is where I'd start. Start with the Overworld and then start with the PvP. Then head over to Viper and he'll talk to you about PvP a little bit more in depth. Last but not least for today, we've got Artemis. She has 255 videos on 673 subscribers, but we're going to have a look at this. PvP 101, 1.5k views. This is like triple the amount that she normally gets because this video is absolutely badass. And this will tell you, again, everything you need to know about PvP in a pretty concise way. 17 minutes, not that long of a video. And then if you have a look here, there's an AMA with Grant Warwick, who is the artistic director and one of the co-founders, or one of the Warwick brothers, the co-founders. And it really delves into how they got to where they are with PvP, what's happening with Overworld. It's just a really good AMA to watch to get into the head of the Illuvium family. So there's 5 creators that have done stuff specifically on PvP so far. There's obviously a lot more out there, but these are the 5 that I've known for a very, very long time and trust with their knowledge within the game. I'm going to leave all their links in the description down below, so I'd go ahead, if you like their content, go and subscribe 100%. You need to get them all to 1,000 subscribers. Get them over that so they can get over and get monetized on their channel. Also, whilst you're here, you may as well hit my subscribe down below if you're new. If you're not new, then thanks for sticking around. So once you've done that, if you've been playing games, awesome. If you haven't, that's when you hit up this team builder and start building your team. But I wouldn't put too much emphasis on it. I know I've just told you to go and watch all of these to learn how to build a team, learn how to do all of this and whatever else. But for the first couple of days, don't even put emphasis on winning. Seriously, just make a team. Copy one of their teams. Copy a team that you see. Just make some sort of team and get in and play. Because you know what? The first couple of days, you're going to be crap anyway. Seriously, you're going to have no idea what you're doing. I lost so much. I still lose heaps now. I'm going to play a game very soon, and you'll see how shit I am. My team is not fully built. I have not put enough time into it. I'm telling you right now, I need a lot to build on. But it is still fun. I'm still coming back and playing, and that's what a lot of people have said. They're losing 5, 6, 10, 20, 30 battles in a row. Maybe not 30 in a row, but they are consistently losing, but they still want to come back and play more. Is that not the sign of a good game? But let's have a look. Once you are logged into the game, you'll come to one page before this where you need to put your login details that we've done before in the account. But this survival mode here, this is endless waves. This is what everyone has had access to for a very long time with those beta codes, and you can still do it. If you haven't played it before, competitive is the deck of the day with the waves that you go against. You get 3 resets at every 5 levels that you beat. And then training, that is yesterday's deck and waves that you can play today with as many resets as you want, just so you can practice a little bit more and learn a bit more placement. How could I have done better here and there? And the best thing about survival, if you want to learn how to play everything about the game, this is probably where I'd start you, because you start with a deck and you can see the opposition and you can learn about placements and how they work, and just read at your own rate and learn the game. So if you haven't played at all before, I know we all love jumping into PvP, but I'd nearly suggest jumping into survival for just a few goes. If you have never played it, never watched any of it, have a look at survival first, and then you'll get a little bit of an idea how everything works. It's a little bit slower. Yes, there's still a time limit. Well, I don't think in training there is a time limit, so you can go into training and you can just play at whatever rate you want to do. Leviathan is coming soon. This is where, once we start catching our alluvials, you have the variable stats that all come into play. So someone's ramfire will be 100 times better than someone else's ramfire. But for now, we're using Ascendant, where we build our teams in that team builder, where we can use whatever we want, and everyone's stats are the same. So it's all about skill. You can have this custom one, which when you go in, you get given a code that you send to your friend, and then you can battle each other. Again, this is where you're going to practice and learn the skills and really practice how you want to play, how you're going to pivot when you get halfway, when you see what your opponent's doing, and just kind of playing around with everything. Everyone right now is playing ranked. I don't know if anyone is playing casual, so we're going to go into a ranked game, and we're going to show you exactly how a game will flow. Once you come in here, you'll have yourself here. What you're ranked, I think you start at 1500. As you can see, I've dropped a long way. You got the battle board, drone blaster emotes. These will all be customizable down the track. Obviously right now they are coming soon. This is the deck you are playing with right here. If you want to change that, change team down the bottom. The 2 you have made plus the other ones that are just made in game, and then you can open your team builder there if you have not done it already. As I said, my team is definitely not complete. It is absolutely horrendous, and let's see how long this has been taking to find a team. And wow, within 2 seconds we found a game. That is seriously unbelievable how quick. As you can see here, they show you their team. It is very water based. Holy dooly, it's pretty much all water except for a Fisto. I don't know how I'm going to go against this team. We click on continue. Once they have continued, they do that as well. We get this legendary augment we get to bid on. You get 4 chips. So you bid on this, the other person bids on it as well, and whoever has the most chips on each one gets to keep it. If it's the same, it just gets burned. So they took that one there, and then they take that one. So they got 2 and I got 1. You still need to use mastery points to play them. So I'm going to cut forward every now and again. But as you can see here, you'll be here, and everything seems very muddled up. I really don't like it. I think that they need to change this to sort to ascending. This is the easiest way. So now you have your lowest cost on the left and your highest cost on the right. So once you get in here, you'll have to learn how you want to start your match, and I can't remember how I start mine. I think it is the bull. I need to quickly do this because otherwise I am going to miss out. That's my first play. I'm probably going to lose. Maybe heaps of people do play with just leaving their ranger out, seeing what the opponent does, and then they go from there. They just opt out to lose the first one. As you can see here, I think I'm going to lose because 3 alluvials against 1 is literally nearly always going to win in this first one. Alright, so I didn't do too bad, and as you can see, they took 95 damage off my health, and that's because these 2 at the back here, they added up to 92 mastery points, and that is how the points are deducted from the opposition team. So learning how to play with your team is going to take you a while. a very, very long time. I still don't know how my most efficient way of playing is going to be and how I want to play going forward. But for now, I'm still playing around, and that's what I believe you should do for the first couple of days. Just try things. Tweak your team here and there. If you realize you're definitely not using an alluvial at all, take it out and replace it with something else. As I said, you're going to lose a lot at first, and don't worry about it. We're literally playing for fun, and this is where to learn. Just practice, 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 learn, learn, learn. So as soon as the game's full, you know exactly what you're doing. And that is my best advice I can give you. Just play around with anything that you feel like you would like to play with. Give them a go. If you see a team that you like the look of, give it a go as well. Who cares? Just find things that you like playing with. As you can see, I'm losing here. Some people start off really fast. I had one team where I guaranteed I would win the first 3 rounds. But, you know what? In the next couple of rounds, they would come back and pretty much always beat me. Because I couldn't build my team better than what it was. It got to a certain point and they would always come back over the top of me with their stronger alluvials. So there's going to be so much playing around with what's the better strategy. Go out hard and fast, or build up slow, 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 and then just drown them out at the end. That is all going to be up to you. And just find what you like playing with. It's going to take some time. So I may as well show you the end of this game, show you where I was compared to where I am. As you can see, I was losing at first. I was down, 310 points, and now I am up in front. There's still a little bit to go, so I may not win, but I'm looking pretty good right now. I've only got a few more alluvials that I can put down, but I'm putting on a few of these augments just to make my team a lot stronger. So hopefully I can take them down just on this battle right now. It has been looking pretty good, but you know, this can change at any time, to be honest. And one thing that I did forget to show you, if you do click on your Mozart over here, this is where you do your emotes. I don't know if you can actually move your Mozart. I thought you could, but maybe not. If you need to move your camera, you use WASD, you use the right button to go up and down. Spacebar will bring you back to the start, as you can see, but I feel like it's too close. You need to scroll out with your scroll bar, or use the couple of buttons that I just said then, and you can move this camera to wherever you really want. As you can see, I got a massive heal there from my Archelion, which kept everyone alive for a lot longer. I'm just literally trying to take down these back corner big hitters that they have. They did have some huge hitters in your Dulef. This Waterflish is much better than you think, and a Fisto, which is just an absolute gun as well. And we should take them down, and we should get the win. We did. Look at that. We got the victory. I've literally only won 2 or 3 games, and I love that I was on here and could show you how the winning looks. Look at that. I got plus 35. Because we were pretty even, I went up a little bit, and Naomi went down a touch. So let's head over to Twitter, and I'll talk about some of the stats that Kieran has been putting up. Alright, I've got 3 tweets here that just show you how unbelievably awesome this pre-launch has gone. We've given 350 people access, and the maximum time I've queued for is 20 seconds. I had one that was about 2 minutes. As you've seen just before, that was 2 seconds, and I'm in Australia playing at a pretty terrible time for the rest of the world. So it is unbelievable how quickly the queue time has been for every battle so far. Next up is 17.6 games per user on average for the first day. That is bonkers. Seriously, I only played about 5 on the first day, so there is some people that have been playing probably 100, if not any more. And the best thing is, these matches only last 5 to 10 minutes, depending how quickly you both ready up and how quickly you beat them, or how quickly you lose. So 17.6 games, that is unbelievable for the first day of a pre-launch. And the last one, 3 hours average per player on day 1. Data for day 2 incoming. I haven't seen anything there yet, but no rewards, no leaderboards. Just imagine once they're added, oh boy. Seriously, that is the whole thing. And once the overworld and Illuvium 0 is all linked in, and you can do the full game loop of being in Illuvium 0, making some fuel, taking that into the overworld, going catching those alluvials, and taking those alluvials into PvP and battling them. And then when you need to get more alluvials, you go to 0, get some more fuel, go to overworld, find some more alluvials, go back to PvP, battle some more, and then you need some more, and then do it again and again and again and again. Some of these hour averages are going to go through the roof. Some people are going to be playing some absurd amount of time. So this is just part 1. Seriously, this is part 1 of getting Illuvium to the rest of the world and getting it on eyes of people that have no idea about this game. So if this is one of you people that have no idea about this game and you have found my channel, thank you for coming here, and be ready because this is going to blow up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe, hit that like, and I'm going to see you in a video soon. Let's go!